Now, I've been a renter and I've been a homeowner. And let me tell you something. Once you stop putting money to something you have no ability to buy, it's a good thing. You see the money come back to you on the home sale. It's a beautiful thing. What if, though, maybe things aren't just really in order for you? You don't have the credit score where it needs to be. You'd like to be able to work towards home ownership, though. You're going to want to hear about Trio. They're the only HUD-approved lease-to-own home ownership program here in the state of Nevada. And we have somebody here that can answer questions for you.
Yeah, we do,
Hi,
Sean. That
guys.
someone is Aaron Tuttle. He's the Director of Business Development for Trio. Aaron, great to have you. Tell us all about this program. We're excited.
Sure, sure. So we've been around for 20 years, but we've only been in the Nevada market now for about 2 years.
Okay.
And what Trio is, like you said, it's a HUD approved lease to own company that works with local and state agencies to go ahead and provide home ownership opportunities for customers. Our process is super simple. It's a great way for renters to go ahead and transition into home ownership as low as a 550 credit score, and that's pretty
Wow.
kind of unheard of, right?
Ooh.
And the process is simple. The customers, they get qualified, they enter a 3-year lease with Trio in the home of their choice, which is super important. Trio purchases the home for that customer, and then the customer lives in that home until they're ready to go ahead and fully transition and buy that property. Now, there's a couple of things that are really important. I want to make sure I get these down. Uh, the customer is going to receive financial coaching and credit repair while they're living in that property with Trio. So,
Okay.
if you're coming to us and you maybe need a little bit of financial coaching in terms of maybe working on a budget or working on credit, our whole goal there is to make sure that you're succeeding in the program and getting your numbers up so that you can go ahead and obviously purchase that home in the future. Another great thing, no down payment is required for the program to get in. So there's
Wow.
might be a lot of customers out there, especially folks that might be first time home buyers or folks that may be coming right out of college
Yeah.
or just starting their professional career that don't have enough saved up right now. Well, guess what? It's not required for our program. You do not need it, which is great. Another thing is our option price for the customer is locked in as low as 1% over cost. Now, what that means is, let's say we buy a home for you that's $300,000.
Yeah.
That means at the end of the lease, that home is only going to be $303,000, only
Wow.
1% higher than that. And as you guys know, home prices just keep appreciating and appreciating. Well, this really makes it more affordable for the customer, right? To make sure that they have that option to go ahead and obviously get into that property and become the homeowner, right?
Yeah.
But the last two things I'm saving are great. This one is building wealth. The customers, if that home is appreciating, that's actually great news for the customer,
Yeah.
right? Because this is the only program out there where you can rent a place and actually earn equity in that property. And that equity will actually be gifted to the customer so they can use that towards the down payment and closing costs when they're ready to buy. So
Wow.
that's pretty crazy right there. And then the other thing I want to make sure I mention is that when we buy the home, we're actually using an FHA loan. And that's important because,
Hmm.
one, we're the only company in the country that's allowed to do that. I know there will be a couple lenders out there saying, how do they do that? Right. But the important part about that means is that that FHA loan is assumable by the customer. So at the end of 3 years, they don't have to refinance and get another 30-year loan.
Yeah.
They're actually going to be assuming a 27-year loan at that point, right? And that means that pretty much
Hmm.
every dollar spent going towards that rent has actually gone
Nice.
towards the P&I and the purchase of that property. So
That
we've really tried to give them all the tools and education to really get to essentially a smarter way to rent.
that is so
Aaron, it's
phenomenal.
excellent.
Well, just to make sure that it's actually going to the thing that you've been putting your money towards, and you can actually pick the house that
Exactly.
you want. Man, so if we want to get the ball rolling, how do we start? We got like 20 seconds.
Sure, no problem. Go to thinktrio.com, go ahead and apply there. It's great for small business owners, those relocating, anyone in the casino industry that's working off of tips. So
Aha.
again, apply at
Mm.
thinktrio.com.
That is awesome. Man, oh man. Very,
Aaron
very
Tuttle
smart.
from Trio. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Man, this is a smart idea. Thinktrio.com.
Cool.
Thinktrio.com. Or you can call 855 USE TRIO. And Trio, a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.